Okay, friends, today we want to discuss just 3 words, because the other day somebody was talking to me and he said he has been attending the classes for some time now, and the person asked, Swamiji, I understand everything that you say very clearly, very logical, very practical. I cannot really miss it. But why is it so that for me, he said, I can't just focus on that all the time, because I should be myself all the time. But why is it that I am falling into that trap of being with a thought, with a role, with a perception, with a sensation? But I don't have that focus. But I know later on that I have been moving away from myself. What shall I do? Very interesting topic. So I thought today we shall discuss on 3 words: focusing, knowing, and being. Start with that word, focus. There is a difference between seeing and focusing. Seeing means with eyes you see. Your eyes cannot focus. You use your eyes to focus on this object. Like you know that Mahabharata story. Arjuna was focusing on the bird's eye. Seeing is elaborate. When you open your eye, you see everything. The whole room, everything that is there you see, or the trees, mountains, everything you see. Then it's enough focus on that bird. So, focusing doesn't happen in your eyes. Focusing happens on your mind. You see that bird and you focus on that. Of course with your eyes. Seeing is general. Focusing is particular. You are a surgeon. You open the whole body. But focus is on heart, or in your lungs, or in your liver. You focus. You are seeing 100 people in a room, but you focus on one person. You shall very clearly understand your whole body is there, but we are focusing on a part. It can be your eyes, it can be your tongue, it can be your nose, it can be your knee. Focus. If you go into the little subtler level, the moment you close your eyes, you are no more seeing. When you close your eyes, you no more seeing, and that proves that eyes don't focus, because eyes do not see. But even if you close your eyes, your focus on a thought will be there. So the focusing, are you getting that point? The focusing is not something physical. So the moment you close your eyes, you are observing. Observing means what now? Knowing, being conscious of so many thoughts, but you are focusing on one thought. Why that thought is coming again and again? And you are now focusing on your desperation as to why that thought is coming again and again. So please observe that. So if you say you are focusing, it really happens from within, from you being conscious. Seeing is general. Listening, seeing in general. But you are focusing on a mountain. Listening, so many sounds are coming, but you are very much focusing on, there are so many noises, so there are so many people, you are focusing on your child. There are so many noises, but you are focusing on what your child is speaking. There are so many things in the room, you are focusing on an object. Think, please. So when you sit down quietly, ask yourself, are you vaguely just seeing things or hearing things? But the moment you close your eyes, that vague observation, perception comes to an end right away, because eyes don't see anything anymore. And please see. Who does it? Just see the picture. Stand alone and observe, then you will see so beautifully. Other day I was standing, most of the time when I go up for walking, you go wherever. Go in the early morning to seashore or anywhere. Please. Ask yourself, now who is seeing? You, your body. Think you are the only person in that whole beach landscape. You are only there. Space is not seeing you, hearing you, touching you, tasting you, smelling you. Air is not touching you, tasting you, smelling you, feeling you. The water, the vast ocean is there. They are not seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling. The earth on which you are standing, it is not seeing, hearing. No. They are all seen by you. Are you getting that point? You are the only person who is capable of seeing the universe, hearing the, listening to the universe, touching, tasting, smelling. But none in this universe seeing you, touching you, tasting you. The whole landscape, you are one living thing who is experiencing see. Right or wrong? And your whole physical body, your eyes only see. Your knee doesn't see. Your toes don't see, your stomach doesn't see, your back doesn't see. Eyes see, listen. The moment you close your eyes, the whole universe disappears for you. A blind man. Just because the blind man doesn't see, or you choose to be blind for temporarily, closing your eyes, your seeing stops. Suppose you close your ears, your listening will stop. You are not putting anything in your tongue, tasting will stop. But can you stop knowing your thoughts? So you are now focusing on your thoughts. In the absence of eyes seeing, ears hearing, now everything is outside, is in its own place. You can't dismiss it. It is there in its own place with your body. But now your focus gone into your thought level. Just because you are blind, you cannot stop thinking. Just because you are deaf, you cannot stop thinking. Just because you are young or old, it makes no difference for your thinking. The thoughts keep coming. the thought universe. Just like one body standing alone in the universe. In the thought universe, one thought needs to stand to say, I see all thoughts. I thought. And in the external universe, if for the air to blow, fire to burn, water to flow, earth to exist, space is needed. Water is not everywhere, earth is not everywhere, air is not everywhere, fire is not everywhere, but space is in and through everything. Space is needed, same way within, the moment you close your eyes, thoughts of every perception, all that you have touched in so many forms, tasted, smelt, heard, will be there, your memories. Space, do you smell it? Do you touch it? Do you taste it? Do you listen to it? What is the memory of space? The moment you remember any place, space is with it. Any sound, the space is with it. So as in space is in and through everything that is existing in space, the moment you close your eyes, helplessly, choicelessly, you are moving into your memory universe. Very, very special, unique, specific to you only. Your memories may have the whole world in you, but your memory is not shared by any other person. That is yours. And all these thoughts, perception, like a sensation of a sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight, as thought, exist in Chidakasa, the space of consciousness, the consciousness space. All the things are existing outside, air, fire, water, earth, they are not existing because I say so. Neither the space is existing because I say so. This is natural. Natural. Effortless for everyone. You can close your eyes, listen, open your eyes, listen, do as you like. The moment you close your eyes, memory is natural. Thoughts appearing, splashing. Absolutely natural. And what is natural is also the consciousness space. As in the physical body cannot say, standing there, the body cannot say, I see, unless the eyes see. So beautiful. The body by itself cannot vocalize, I see, unless the eyes see. It cannot vocalize, I hear, or own up, I hear, unless the ears hearing. Same thing within. In your thought universe, I thought cannot say, I am conscious of the thought, unless you have the eye of the eyes to be aware of all your thought world. Please tell me something which you are not aware of inside. Come on. Give me your father's personal memories. I'm talking about a person somewhere now, he's in New Zealand or London or in Moon or the star. The Sunita Williams is in the space shuttle. Tell me, what are her thoughts? For you to describe your thought universe, which is very specific, yours, nobody has access to your thought memory universe. But you are aware. There are no physical eyes to see them, no physical ears to hear them, and your physical eyes and ears are incapable of seeing within. Because what is inside, beautiful, what is inside your thought level, observe. As very nicely Kathopanishad will declare, asabdam asparsham arupam arasam, asabdam asparsham arupam tatharasam gandha nitya agandhavacchayate. The truth absolute, your self consciousness is known as the asabdam, is not a sound to be heard, asparsham, not a touch to be touched, arupam, not a form to be seen, arasam, not a taste to be tasted, agandham is not a smell to be smelt. This sense perception of listening, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting, seeing is not possible inside. It is sense perception. Sense organs seeing the objects, corresponding objects. Eyes can see, can't hear, can't touch, can't taste, can't smell. Ears can hear, cannot taste, cannot touch, cannot smell. You do that for yourself. Organ-specific sensations. The moment you close the eye, you shall have a memory of a sensation, but you shall not have sensation. Thinking of a flower, thinking of a fire, have you felt burnt? It's like the picture of the fire cannot burn you. The picture of a snake cannot bite you. The picture of a bee cannot sting you. The picture of the food cannot satisfy your hunger. So picture book, are you afraid? No. Why are you afraid of your memories? Not only you are afraid of your own memories, see the capability of this stupid ignorance and the ahankar. You think what the other person must be thinking and you are suffering. How beautiful! You think what the other person must be thinking. You imagine what the other person must be doing. You imagine what the other person must be talking about you. And you suffer. I've seen it. When I see things, when you see things clearly, you can feel the pain of people. And it's so meaningless. Because of which Bhagavan, how beautifully Krishna starts this glorious teaching to Arjuna. Asochyana annasochastvam. Hey Arjuna, sochitim anharan, asocyan, sochitim anharan, that which are not fit to be thought about, grieved about. Annasocha, do not grieve for a thing that. Sochitim anharan, they are ayogyam, that they are not fit to be remembered. Fit to be grieved. Because you are imagining. You are alive and well. You are imagining you have got a cancer of the stomach. Physical. You are imagining that you have got a boil somewhere or pain some part of the body, or you are imagining that person must be talking bad about me. That person is only doing these things. Or imagining now the earth is going to sink. Or imagining somebody is putting some poison on my food. Or imagining somebody has put some mantra, tantra. What are they doing? Imagining means what? You are adding to your thought, memory world. When the thoughts by themselves are pictures, like the picture of the fruit and vegetable will not satisfy your hunger. The picture of a fire will not burn you. The picture of a cyclone or a tornado will not blow you apart. None of your memories have the strength to ever touch you. If you say yes, then go back and suffer. Stop that. Do you know why, friends? I talk to that person, same language. Unless, please understand, the thoughts have no power unless you empower those. Remember it as a talisman. Think for yourself. The thoughts have no power unless you empower them. The thoughts do not frighten you. You feel frightened. No person has the power to, listen carefully, to insult you, disrespect you, unless you empower that. He is disrespecting me. Really, what is your self-respect, sir? What is your self-respect? Do you know yourself? No, just don't talk. You don't have self-respect. You have no self-respect. You have eyes respect. Eyes are beautiful. So somebody says your eyes are so stupid. You have no self-respect. Divide that word. Don't make it one word. You have no self-respect. You have riches respect. So if somebody says, you are a poor man, 4 rupees talking nonsense. Or just because you have, this fellow has nothing, but he wants to slander you. Or just because you have 400 crore, you think you are so big. You know what that XYZ in America or in London, nobody, they do not belong to you, anybody. But he has got 4,000 crores, he has got 400,000 crores, and you have got 4 paisa, 4 crore in your, 400 crore in your thing, and you are a big rich man. Stupid! What shall you do? Huh? What they are talking? They are talking about you or your money. They are talking about you or say you old hag or stupid, you fatso. How does it pain you? Talk it to yourself. Tell your body, you fat fellow. Will you feel offended? No. But somebody says that. You have empowered them to humility. If you have a sense of self, who you are, your thoughts belong to you. Your memories float in you. Asabdam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, agannam. No thought can be heard, touched, seen, tasted or smelled. As even the thoughts cannot be, as in thoughts cannot be heard, touched, tasted, smelled or seen, What to talk of the consciousness space in which these thoughts are floating? Exactly like the world outside. Space cannot be heard, cannot be touched, cannot be tasted, cannot be smelled, cannot be seen, you can't say, because space, okay, you see there is empty space, you can't see, cannot be seen, but sometimes some say you can't see the space. I'm not into that. You see there is empty space. If you can see the empty space, you cannot see consciousness space. You can only be conscious of consciousness. And where is the consciousness space? Only inside you, is not outside. Then when you are moving outside, your body is moving outside, are you conscious? Or consciousness is disappearing from place to place to place? That is why that beautiful sentence, which in our tradition says, Yatra yatra manoyati, tatra tatra samadhaya. Wherever your mana, memories of every kind, wherever your thoughts move. See, you are sitting down there, attempting to be yourself. This attempt itself is a headache, but think of it. You are there. Are you attentive in space? Outside, are you attempting, struggling to be in space? Nor do you attempt to be conscious? The people push you into that. Be conscious, be conscious. You are struggling. I'm very sincere. More sincere you are, sincerely you will fail. Don't worry. It's already there. All thoughts are in conscious space. One thing, outside, everything is continuously changing. All that you see continuously changing. Pratikshana anyatha bhava. Drushta nashta svabhava. As you are seeing, they are disappearing, like the space cloud, the Gandharva Nagarama, the celestial cities, the play of the clouds. As you are looking at it, they are changing. Pratikshana anyatha bhava. Every moment they are appearing different. What? Air, fire, water, earth, elementals, trees, human beings, animals, everything continuously changing. Space, is it continuously changing? Inside, your thoughts are continuously changing. The consciousness space remains ever the same. Only difference is, the moment you close your eyes, the space remains out. Everything remains out. The moment you go to sleep, you sleep off, this space is not there. This space outside world, in the waking space, which is not there in dream space. The dream space, the dream world is not there in sleep. In ignorance space, dream and waking gone. Consciousness space, in a waking, in a dream, in deep sleep. That is why there is one lovely verse. One verse itself we can take a whole class. Maybe one day we'll do that. Saesha maya parimohitatma Shariramasthaye karoti sarvam Striyannapanadi vichitra bhogehi Saesha jagrat parituttameti Swapnesha jiva sukha dukha bhokta Somaya kalpita jiva loke Susutti kale sakale viline Tamo vibhuta sukha rupameti Puratraye kridasti yastu jiva Tatastu jatam sakalam vichitram. Believe me, I have never tried to remember it. It's such a beautiful verse. Kaivalya Upanishad, Swamiji taught to us now how many? 50 years back, 52 years back. The class I heard, now any time it comes back. I'm not showing off my memory. It happens. It's beautiful. You see that, how beautiful. That reality in yourself, Sa Atma, that is yourself in yourself, Maya Parimohita. Under the spell of the ignorance, identifying with the body, thinks he is doing everything. In the waking, dream, deep sleep. But in all these three places, consciousness space is there. Tatastu jatam, from there, in which everything happens. You cannot miss it. And that you can see sitting down in one place. Wherever your body is working, the consciousness, wherever your thought is moving, the consciousness is there. You can add it. Yatra yatra deho yati, tatra tatra samadhi. Wherever your thoughts move, there is samadhi, consciousness. Samadhi is not a state. He got into that. Oh, he was out of the samadhi, so he put one rasgulla in his mouth, or he put a laddu in his mouth, he came back. What? Can you hear? Samadhi, like Swamiji will tell very sweetly. Is it a house you go inside, outside? So you are more important than the samadhi, because you go into it, you get out of it. So samadhi, you have gone out. Are you? What language are you talking? Enlightenment? My foot. If you come and get out, you come in and out of an experience, that experience becomes more important than you. You become more important than the experience, the reality. Ahankar, the I thought, in such wonderful way of concealing, hiding itself. Understand? Wherever the thoughts move, as if you are there, yatra yatra deho yati. Wherever the thought, body moves, you are with yourself. For average man, his knowledge is, ignorance is everywhere. I, individual, me, nan, nenu, I am. And that is a fellow suffering all the time. What enlightenment? Dazzling, blinding, and then that fellow sit down and say, I sat on a rock or dug a hole. Light flooded into my head. What is that experience now? Flooding. So flooding into, listen, if you say it is flooding into, that means you had a space where that light was not there. Into that lightless, dark dungeon, one flooding light coming to make you enlightened. How fantastic. Then you are precious, that precious little sensation or experience you are holding on to, tell everybody, and now everybody is waiting for that light to flood. For the body to be sensation oriented. Oh, what a sensation. The memory fails, your enlightenment is forgotten. I don't know how, I cannot repeat it, Swami. One day I sat somewhere, it was wow. What I got that day, I am never getting it. It's natural, it's like a thunder, do, after that what? A cat comes, mew, goes away. Where is the cat? So, Enlightenment is like that, right? The moment you close your eyes, it is there, ajiva, consciously. So the moment I open my eyes, it's gone. As much there with eyes open, that much there with eyes closed. As much there with words spoken, that much with silence. As much there with every thought flashing, that much is there without any thought whatsoever. It's not a thing. But that moment, the moment you close, and I see that now, come back to that word, focus. You can be generally aware of the world, but you can focus on something. You can be generally out of your body, generally aware of your body, but focus on a particular part. The moment you close your eyes, general and particular, both are same. The moment you close your eyes, your focus, you can't, with the eyes closed, how can you focus on the world of objects? Your thoughts are there. Generally you are conscious of the thought, but the eye thought focuses. That is how you so nicely and what shall I say? Gloriously or vainglorious, meaning stupid. Swamiji, one particular thought is always haunting me. Yes, thoughts have nothing else to do. You have empowered it, you have given it life. You have given it life. So everybody has his own personal thought. What I am suffering, you don't know. Some people make very signature suffering, some people have signature enlightenment. What I am seeing, nobody sees. Oh. Everybody wants to be unique. When Bhagavan says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu, name dveshyasti name priya. You shall repeat, Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Everybody is same for me, but my dog is better than your dog. My wife, oof. My husband, my children. My Guru, my God, my belief. Oh. So you are considering yourself special by specializing one of those things. Big emerald is very special. I am the owner. So both are special, you see that? When the emerald falls off, emerald have no sense of being owned. Somebody steals it, your whole world collapses. Time snatches, kate kanta kaste putra samsaroyam ativa vichitra. Kastvam koham kuto ayata tattvam chinta yadidam bhrata. Shankara says, oh brother, think of it. Kastvam, who are you? Koham, who am I? From where have I come? Instead of thinking about that, my wife, my husband, my son, my daughter, my wealth, my name, my fame, oh. I am surprised, stunned how people are obsessed by an idea of being remembered after their death. How many statues you have seen being rolled down, pulled down from the pedestal? Even communist Russia also. Lenin and Stalin are dragged on the road. Any dictator who had put any of the statues, everywhere it will begin. The more and more people become aware and conscious. As even friends, listen carefully. Every thought is a statue in your head, and they are rolling somewhere because you don't care for those forms. You are in the formless absolute. Your father is very important for you. Ask your great-grandson, he shall tell you, that fool, I don't know who he was. How many generations? You will not go beyond few days, you are dead, everything is dead with you. One generation may remember. My grandfather was like that, my grandmother was like that, my teacher was like that. See, you are reading books, right, sir? Everybody reading Upanishads. How many reading books, how many commentaries? Original text is there. Generations of generations they shall write down. We can, they will continue to read. Thousands of, millions of commentaries are there. Who has the time to read? The person goes, along with his literature also goes. Consciousness is the subject of study for every mankind, every man. Memories are not. So don't try to be a part of somebody's memory. You know. My children will worship me. My wife will worship me. My people will worship me. Yeah, Fato. The moment you go in your house space, they'll remember who shall sleep in that house. Who will use his car? Who shall take his bank balance? His old clothes, give it out to somebody. New clothes also to some other people. Ornaments everybody fight for. My mummy's ornament. Mummy is perfect. Mummy is perfect. In fact, mummy was neglected during her lifetime because he did not give the ornaments to either of the children. And the father was totally disrespected because the old man is holding on to everything, only will die. We are waiting for that. And the person is desperate to be remembered by the posterity. Even if the posterity remembers you, what do you feel? This is known as the imaginary respect. You lie down on the deathbed, forget. Simply lie down, not well, lie down and see how many people will be visiting you. The last day when people visit you, they want to see that you are really gone so that they can start looting whatever nonsense you have left. Think, friends, that will never happen in consciousness space. In consciousness space there is no retirement. In consciousness space there is no absence. Puratraye kridati yascha jiva. In all the three fields of experiences, that is shining. You cannot get out of the focus. Do you know why? Because the moment you close your eyes, the world remains in its own space. World never, the universe does not impose itself upon you. Have you seen the lotus coming and getting into your head, your eyes? A sound getting into your ear? The food getting into your mouth? Be alone in this universe. Don't say that fellow force-fed me. Forget those guys. You can very well choose to be away from the human world. Aratir jana sansadi. Vivikta desha sevitvam. Aratir jana sansadi. Vivikta desha sevitvam. The person loves to be alone. Aratir jana sansadi. No. You call them, bring them, drag them, bribe them, so that they can be together with you. Really? Think of it. So when you are alone, you should be so happy. Apura, nice, but now nobody comes to me. Wonderful. Instead of that, why they did not phone up for 3 days? Why are they not coming to see me? Who do you think you are? You are of no use to them. How many times you have thought over your small little finger? Little finger. How many times? How many times you have thought of your face, your eyes, your ears, your teeth, stomach? Major parts are always, why? They are of some use. And when there is no use, like an appendix, you can be cut and thrown. Like that, what is there something hanging in the tongue?
Tonsils.
Huh?
Tonsils.
Tonsil. Right. If you are no use. So you want to make yourself useful so that you cannot be dispensed with. That is why nobody wants to give up the power. The king will never abdicate unless now this king is going to do that. Because if that power is gone, you are a non-entity. So you live with your memories. You push your thought. Listen carefully. So your focus goes into those things which gives you importance. If you give the importance to yourself, who I am, and therefore everybody is the same thing, can you ever lose focus on yourself? You can never lose focus on yourself. Try to get away from space. Come on. Try to get away from space. Try to get away from silence. Try to be unconscious. What you are conscious of, that will move away. What is existing in space, that shall pass away. Think of it, friends. Try. Try. You don't have to try to move away from a thought. Thoughts move away. But among those thoughts, which you have imagined it to be very near and dear, either very humiliating or very respecting, you are obsessed by that. Therefore, those thoughts will keep coming back to you. Because you have empowered. Take that statement that I have given you. Unless you empower, a thought has no power. Swamiji, I don't understand. This stupid little piece of paper, what you call as the currency, dollar, euro dollar, American dollar, Australian dollar, Indian rupee, Indonesian rupiah, 100,000 rupiah means 5 rupees. Anyway, that little stupid piece of paper have no value whatsoever. 100,000, suppose there is a $1,000 bill. Can you burn it to make chai? Useless. Demonetized, useless. What is written there? Indian rupee currency, what is written there? I promise to pay the bearer rupees 500. You have imposed that value on it. You have empowered that piece of paper with that. And for that paper, you can kill each other. How much value is the paper as a paper? Demonetized, billion rupee in your house, demonetized, not recognized. What will happen? That is why people, when you are demonetized means the father doesn't accept you as a son, the son doesn't accept you as a father, the husband doesn't accept you as a wife, the wife doesn't accept you as a... You understand? The people don't accept you as a belonging to the community. So the person, what does he feel? Oh, the moment the people don't want you to accept it by them, the husband doesn't throw you out, the wife doesn't have value for you, children have no problem for you, then what happens? You should so feel, my God, Aham Brahmasmi. I am in my own glory. No, Aham Brahmasmi for the other's consumption, sitting down, my father is like that, my mama is like that, nobody calls me, my phone never rings. Wow, what wisdom, what wisdom. You sit down quietly, inside what happens? Thoughts are coming, thoughts are not coming, thoughts are coming, thoughts are not coming. Outside, father is coming, people are coming, people are not coming. Inside, thoughts are coming, thoughts are not coming. Wisdom of highest order. highest order. You cannot be dismissed. You can't run away from yourself. Space consciousness. Antarmukha samaradhya. Antarmukha samaradhya. One who looks within. Be conscious of yourself. Easy. Bahirmukha sudurlava. And if your focus is on things outside, perceptions outside, if your focus is on objects outside or the picture of the object inside, both ways you are finished. Bahirmukha. Bahirmukha does not mean only one side world. Bahirmukha means when you are away from yourself, meaning what all you are conscious of, inside, outside, both Bahirmukha. Bahirmukha means externalized. Are you getting that point, please? Both objects outside, thoughts inside, both Bahi, outside from the standpoint of the self-consciousness. As though it is always there. So the objects are there or not there, thoughts are there or not there, you are there. Since you are there, let the thoughts be there. It's a peaceful coexistence. It's like, can the space fight with anything that is existing in it? Can the silence fight with any sound that is existing in it? Can the consciousness fight with anything that is existing in it? Gross object or subtle thought? So who is losing focus? I am a meditator. Understand? So now, you cannot lose focus on that in whose presence you are focusing on anything and everything, subtle thought or the gross object. You cannot lose focus on something in whose presence you are focusing on. Call it a thought, call it a perception, call it a sensation, call it an object. What all you are focusing on will not be there. Any object. Because I thought is not in the outside world, along with it is not in the outside world. It is a resident of the thought universe, I thought. And that is focusing on other thoughts. How does it focus on other thoughts? Consciousness illumines it all. Will you say, can you say you are seeing the mountain if the eyes are not there? Do you understand what I am talking? It is absolutely beautiful. Can you say, I see the mountain if the mountain is not there? No. Can you say, I see if your eyes are not there? Shift inside. Can you say, I am conscious of a thought if the thought is not there? Can you say, I am conscious unless consciousness is there? This I, which pretends to be focusing, itself stands on a loose sand, continuously dying away, destroyed, with everything else is changing. That is why there is a beautiful word in Sanskrit, vichara, investigating into yourself who you are. Vichara means not koham, who am I, who is he, who is she, who is... Not many people say, who am I? Why is he doing that? Who is she? Who is he to talk? Who is she? Who is it? Who is that? अरे विचार करो, who am I talking like this? Vichara is viparita chara. You are moving back from the external most point, from the whole physical universe, come down to your body. From your body, move on to your senses, specific. From the sense organs and perceptions and sensations, move on to your thoughts. From your thoughts, move to an I thought. How does he become aware of the I thought? Consciousness space. In that, no I thought, no other thought, no perception, no sensation, nothing. Yet, that something is in and through everything. That is why beautifully say, vicharahina jivana. Ahankar means, I thought means, vicharahina jivana. Alive as long as you have not inquired, as long as you have not tried to go back to the source. Is going back or front from the standpoint of the individuality, perception. Space is nearer or farther? I am very near to space. He is not. He is an untouchable. Oh. So God is also untouchable, no? You can't touch him, no? Who is nearer to space? Who is nearer or farther from consciousness space? Ashino duram brajati sayano yati sarvata. Seated in a place, all pervasive. Lying down, in and through everything. Wow. It never moves, never changes. In whose presence the ahankar, the I, is focusing on thoughts inside, or focusing on the objects outside, that something cannot be lost sight of. Focusing. Is means what now? Knowing. As though you know your thoughts, know your perception, know everything. And that knowing is being. Who you are, who I are, who anybody is, same in all the beings. Close your eyes. Just play on these words. You just see that for yourself. Nobody can give it to you. Nobody can take it away from you. It's not a God's gift or teacher's benediction. It's not the books provided. Everything is as it is. Doesn't depend on anything whatsoever. Because you are it, therefore. The scripture says, teachers reveal, God says, whoever knows. So, the celebrated verse, you listen and you repeat, but see that, na nirodha, na utpatti, na vaddha, na sadhaka, na mumukshu, na vimukta, ityesha paramarthata. From the absolute standpoint, no bondage, no liberation, nobody is striving, sadhana. Is nobody desirous of liberation or is free. Games go on. Long before you are given a role, who you were, awareness. Long after the roles drop out, you continue to be the same. Yatha agata, tathagata. As you came in, free from roles of any kind, as though you are going back, free from every role. Roles did not create you. When the roles drop out, you don't disappear. You are always who you are. Bhagavan says, Aham Atma Sarva Bhutasa Sthita. The self that I am, existing in and through everything. Nobody is. Na vardhate na kaniyat. Nothing increases or decreases. And that samosti kutopi adhika anya. There is nothing like it. Where is the question of greater than it or smaller than it? Lokatita, gunatita, sarvatita, samatmika. No differences of any kind. Just be that. See that, friends, and if you feel like asking, I cannot concentrate, think it over. In fact, what should you say? Appa, what type of wisdom Swamiji cannot even get out of it? That is wisdom. What a revelation. I can't even get out of it. Other things, however much I try, I cannot hold on to it. Ayyo. Wisdom. Okay, choice. Thank you.